This will shock you. It actually kind of shocked me. I did a poll recently about the new changes to Lumbridge and Draenor. We had a new quest added in Lumbridge and Draenor with a new boat and a new pub, and many people did not seem to like this update, but actually this poll, 515 people voted, 57% said it was good because it gives new players some direction, and only 43% said it was bad because new players should find their own adventure. Of course, this poll is just for fun, and we would need 75% saying yes if this was an actual in-game RS poll. But what do you guys think? I'm not actually sure what to think about this update. I guess it's not a big deal either way, but what do you guys think? Hey guys, it's Andrew, and today we're making a video on how to best avoid hackers in OldSchool RuneScape. Now this is going to be kind of a different video for the channel. I really never made a video like this before, but in the last year or so I've noticed a lot of people falling victim to very common ways of getting hacked or scammed, and many of them could have been prevented most likely. Now I'm by no means a cybersecurity expert, but I think if you do these things that I'm going to show you in this video, it's going to make it much harder for people to hack you. Now, nobody is truly unhackable, especially in this game with the kind of limited security features available to us. But if you do these things, it's going to make it much harder to be hacked and probably not worth a hacker's time to go after you. Before we get started, make sure you guys click the like button. It's the easiest and best way to support the channel. We're making new videos all the time for you guys, uploading every Tuesday. So one very simple thing you can do, and many people do not do this, is make a bank pin. So if you talk to any banker in OldSchool RuneScape, you can say, I'd like to check my pin settings. And here you can set a 4-digit PIN that protects your bank. So if someone logs onto your account with your password, but they do not have your bank PIN, they cannot access your bank. And that's obviously where most of your GP is probably going to be stored. Now you can set a recovery delay, like if you forget it and you want to disable it, it'll take 7 days for them to recover it if they do not have it. So that's something good to do. And you want to make this PIN something that has no meaning. Just pick 4 random numbers that have no meaning anywhere else, and you just want to make it like that, write it down somewhere, and do not forget it. And yeah, if someone gets on your account with your password, but they don't have access to your bank PIN, you're probably going to be able to recover the account before they get into your bank. So this is a very useful feature that you should probably have if you don't already. There's really no downside to it. So one of the biggest scams that's been going on right now, and really the last couple of years, are these fake Twitch streams. So if you look at the games list for RuneScape or OldSchool RuneScape, very often you will see these streams that look very legit. Oh, RuneScape double XP weekend, let's check that shit out. Well, if you click on it, it looks legit. They're playing a Q&A here, it looks like an older version, but it actually is not legit because these 600 people watching are not real. They're just view bots. This stream started like 20 minutes ago. There's no way 600 people are watching this that are real people in front of a computer. And if you look at the name, it's slightly different. I think the real RuneScape channel is twitch.tv/RuneScape, but this one is like runescape.llg or something. And basically it says here, oh, double XP active, read below the stream. So if you were to scroll down, I'm not going to show you, it would take you to a link to a website that looks identical to the RuneScape website, but it's actually a fake version, and when you log in, you're actually just giving them your login information. So you really want to avoid these streams. I know Twitch does the best they can to remove them, but you do see them pop up really a lot. And there are also other versions of this. For example, a very common one is their Twitch name will look like a famous streamer. It'll be like SparkMac22 or something, and it'll say, oh, quitting, giving away all my money. And then it's the same sort of thing. If you go down, they'll bring you to another website where you're supposedly going to get this money in-game, but it's actually just another scamming website. So if you see these streams, the best thing to do is ignore them. You can also click on them and then just report them, you know, go through the reason here. And Twitch will actually take these down pretty quickly, but they will come back up. So tell your friends as well, do not go to these streams because they are just scams, and a lot of people unfortunately do fall for these. But after watching this video, hopefully you will never fall for them. The next thing I like to do is to secure my PC in the best ways I can, and my way of doing this is by using a free antivirus in combination with a free antivirus scanner. So what I use personally, and I'm not affiliated with these programs in any way, is Avast as the free antivirus. There's a free version, I don't use the paid version, and I use Malwarebytes as the free scanner. Again, same thing, you could pay for more features or whatnot, which might be nice, but I personally don't choose to do that. I just use the free version. And yeah, this works pretty well for me. I mean, Avast I've used for a long time. Malwarebytes is known to be a pretty good scanner. I do a scan about once a week and then a full scan of the whole computer, maybe once a month or so. There's a lot of programs you can pick that do the exact same thing. Some might be better, some might be worse. It's really your opinion and your own research, but it's just what I use personally. Of course, the thing that goes hand in hand with this is just being smart on the internet. You don't want to click suspicious links, as we talked about. You don't want to download things that are too good to be true, like an auto switcher or bot. And many of those things that are actually against the game rules do have viruses included with them, because nobody's going to go say, oh, I downloaded this bot and it had a virus, because you're going to be embarrassed that you're downloading a bot. So you're probably not going to make a big fuss about it in the first place. So avoid anything that's too good to be true or against the game rules in the first place. Another thing that's really important is to use a unique password that is really, really hard to guess. So here's a Wikipedia article about the most common passwords, and you can see here, people are really dumb. They use passwords such as password 123456, other things like this, football. I mean, this is so easy. You probably would just try these if you're a hacker, and many people do get hacked this way. And you see here that these things are not changing. 2018, the most common password is still 123456. So do not be dumb like most people. Make a password that is impossible to guess. It shouldn't have any meaning. It should just be gibberish, words, letters, numbers, symbols, everything. It should be long, and it'll be almost impossible to guess, because many people get hacked because one of their accounts on a different website gets hacked, and they use the same password for everything. So the person just tries their other accounts, and because the password is the same, they log into them as well, which is very, very easy for them to do. So unique and difficult passwords for every single website you go to. Also very important to mention that you should change your password pretty often, at least a few times every year, because sometimes a hacker may know your password, but they are waiting for a certain time to hack you. For example, in RuneScape, maybe when you have all your valuables on you and not in your bank, protected by the PIN. So you just want to change your password very often to prevent this. The next thing is you should never share your RuneScape account with anyone for any circumstance for any duration of time. It doesn't matter if your friend says, oh, he's got a new method to quickly get you a fire cape, and you just want to give him your account for maybe a couple minutes. You might think, oh, what's the big deal? He can't get in my bank. No, never let anybody on your account for any reason ever. Now, account sharing in any form actually used to be a bannable offense in RuneScape. It was against the game rules, and for whatever reason, Jagex has actually laxed this rule over the last few years, and now they actually don't mind when people account share, as long as it's not for some sort of competitive advantage like high scores. I don't know why they changed this rule. I think this was actually a very good rule to protect people's accounts, but in my opinion, you should still follow this rule. Do not account share under any circumstances ever. The only person who should ever have access to your account is you. It's worth mentioning as well, you should never ever buy an account, because the original owner will reclaim the account at some point, and I think this is actually still against the game rules. Of course, you should also never sell a RuneScape account, and you should never loan anyone anything on RuneScape that you're not willing to lose. Like, you might think, oh, my friend's doing a Slayer task, let me loan him my SGS or something, because that'll really help him. Well, if he wants an SGS, he can go earn it with his own money. You should never feel obligated to loan anyone anything in this game, whether it's GP, an item, or anything, because they can very easily scam you. You'd be surprised. If you do one thing on this list, you should probably set up the Authenticator for RuneScape. Basically, this is a form of two-step verification, and it basically means that even if someone has your username and password, they will not be able to log into your account, because they also need the Authenticator, which is kind of a second step way of logging into your account. You need both your password and the Authenticator. This is very easy to do. You can set it up in your runescape.com account settings, but here's the kicker. You also need to do something like this on your email account. You should use a unique email address that, in my opinion, is only used for your RuneScape account, and you need some sort of two-step verification on that as well. There's a lot of ways to do that. You can use a phone with a text message. You can do the same thing with the Authenticator app. You can use a USB security key. You need your email to be just as secure as your RuneScape account, because if your email is not secure and someone could very easily get into it, they can disable your Authenticator, which can make the whole thing pointless. So both your RuneScape account and the email account need to have two-step verification. So in summary for this video, if something is too good to be true, it probably is. You can protect yourself from a lot of scams and hacks by following this. For example, you see people at the GE all the time advertising, oh, we're doing a big giveaway, go to this YouTube channel, we're gonna, you can sign up for the giveaway. That's obviously a scam. you guys are smart enough to realize that. Most of you guys watching this video are very smart people and will be able to realize that, but just keep that in mind. Other things you see at the GE all the time, oh, doubling money. Do not do that. The only reason someone would be doing that is if they're going to be scamming. So avoid that at all costs. Do not give someone your GP. Do not give them your account information. This is all very obvious, but still I see people all the time saying, oh, you know, I trusted this guy or it seemed legit. Well, it's not. Don't even take the risk. The only person who's going to make you money in this game is probably going to be you. You know, it's very, very simple to avoid most of these scams if you just stop and give it a second thought before trying it. And again, I can't guarantee that everything in this video is going to make you 100% unhackable. Nobody is 100% unhackable. Hackers could probably get anyone if they wanted to put the time, resources, money, personnel into it. But you just want to make it not worth their time and do everything that you can to prevent it, because a lot of these things are going to make it much harder for hackers to get you compared to if you are not doing them. One thing I would really like to come to the game would be a delay in removing the authenticator, perhaps if anyone from Jagex ever watches this video. But I'm really not the first person to ask for this. If you go on Twitter, people have been asking for this for a number of years now. You see some tweets from 2016 there. This would just be a nice little feature that could be optional for the people who want a little bit of extra security on their account. This would mean that a hacker couldn't disable your authenticator right away if they got into your email, and you would have some more time to get your account back before they access it. I think this should be added because it would just be a nice optional thing for extra protection. So yeah, that is how I protect my RuneScape account from hackers. This is obviously not a comprehensive list. There's probably little things I'm forgetting. I just wanted to hit on the major points. So leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments about how you protect your RuneScape account. I'm sure a lot of you guys might have some really good advice, so I'm definitely interested to read your thoughts in the comments below. So that's going to do it for the video today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I upload new videos every late Tuesday afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, and also click the bell to get notifications whenever I do upload so you'll never miss it. You can join our clan chat, AndrewAJT62, that'll be up on screen. We have 58 members right now, which is just a normal day, which is pretty crazy to see. It's been so active recently. AndrewAJT62, that'll be up on screen. You can join, no requirements, just we hang out, we do PVM, PvP. Some people are in here just working on their Ironmans, you know, it's very chill in here. You can join the clan Discord down below with the link in the description. There's no requirements to join that either. You can invite your friends to either of these, and you don't have to be in one to be in the other or vice versa. You can follow me on Twitter down below. I'll follow you back if you play RS. I tweet RS-related updates all the time. You can follow me on Twitch down below for the occasional Boss Mass live streams that I host. And if you're really feeling generous, you can support me on Patreon down below or with the link in the end screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.